Hey everyone, welcome to Can't Afford to Record, the YouTube channel where we figure out the art of audio production together. My name is Robbie Miller, and in today's episode we're going to be having a look at lead vocals. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been researching heavily into different vocal chains, what makes lead vocals sound good, how to get that polished sound, that upfront sound, in-your-face sound of the lead vocals, and to have it all balanced and just, hearing what I hear when I listen to my favorite music. So that's what we're going to have a look at today, and I've got 3 different examples I want to show you. I've already made the chains and I just want to talk you through the reasons I've done it, what I'm hearing. We'll do a couple of A-Bing. I'll tell you what I prefer. Hopefully you'll tell me what you prefer in the comments down below, and hopefully at the end of the video we'll all be better off for it, I hope. But before we do that, why don't we have a listen to what we're working with here? Now, I actually pulled out a really old song that I wrote years ago. We're going to listen to the chorus of it. For anyone interested, the context is about working your 9-to-5 job for maybe a boss that isn't that great, and you're just saying yes to everything that needs to be done just to get that paycheck at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, I should say. And that's kind of what the vibe's all about. So I hope you enjoy it. Here is the track with completely raw vocals. The only thing that I've done to these vocals is I've clip gained them to get a little bit more of an even balance in the words, but other than that it's pretty much plug in and go. So here's the track. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. If I can see my baby, I will clean your Mercedes and help you out with the ladies. Take your money and say that you are right. If I can see my baby tonight. There you are, you've heard the song. Let's have a look at the different examples that we are working with here. We're now in Logic. I've got my drummer, a couple of percussion tracks. I've got my bass, acoustic guitar, electric guitar. The raw vocals that you heard, we're actually going to get rid of those, and we're also going to mute those. And now we've got left with these 3 examples. So let's take a closer look. This is what I actually did a bit of research on. I think I got this from a Sound on Sound article. Everything that I've taken technique wise or been inspired wise, I'm going to link in the description below, so you can go and have a look at where I was, the angle I was coming from. We've got an EQ going on here, just getting rid of some low end rumble, it seems, scooping out a couple of the mids, a little boost around 2500, and then a slight roll off at the end. So that's where I'm starting. Then I'm going into a de-esser to get rid of some of those harsh shs and ts and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm going into a compressor. And I don't think it's really harsh compression going on here. I think, well, let's have a little look. So let's solo this up. I will sign your papers. And I am actually doing parallel compression, which I was just playing there, so I'm going to mute that for a second. And then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. There you go. You see how the compressor's working there. And as I let slip, I am doing parallel compression on this track. So the idea is, for the most part, to keep the body of the vocals, for the most part. I know I'm doing some compression there, but keeping those vocals as the main attraction, and then I'm sending them to a parallel compression bus where I'm EQing it again, and you'll see that this is a little bit more extreme. I've got some scoop around 200, but then I've got quite a lot of boost around 6K in that top end to add some air into the vocals. And then I'm going through another compressor, a little bit more of a harsher compressor, I guess, and then that's what's getting blended back in with the track. So I'm going to play the vocals now. I'm going to slide the compression, the parallel compression, in and out, so you can hear that you can get a nice balance. See what it sounds like. So here we go. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. If I can see my baby, I will clean your Mercedes and help you out with the ladies. Take your money and say that you are. You get the idea. I actually really like the breathiness when you fade in that parallel compression. So to me, that sounds really good. It's got a bit of more crispness to it without blowing it out completely. I didn't mention that I'm also sending this to a bit of reverb as well. So there's a little reverb splashed in there for good measure. That's example one, fading the parallel compression in and out, just to get a little bit more aggressive, maybe a little bit more upfront, but to keep this vocal track as the main feature. But as I say, maybe you want to take that one out more and have more parallel compression. It's really up to you. So that's example one. Okay, example two, I've got a very similar EQ going on here, low end rumble, but a bit of boost for that top end air in the vocals. Then I've got two compressors stacked. So this first compressor, again, doing kind of gentle compression. Let's hear what this sounds like for a sec. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. So nothing crazy, but then I'm pretty much just adding the same compressor again, another gentle compression to just bring it up a little bit more and control a few more peaks. So I'm going to toggle that on and off. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that. To me, that sounds like more body of the vocals is coming in. I'm not sure about you guys. Again, I'm listening on headphones, but it sounds like it just gets a little bit more body in there, a little bit fuller sounding. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Then I'm going into a de-esser again, pretty much same settings, and then you can hear I'm going into a little bit of reverb. Okay, example three, a little bit more of a different direction on this one. So what I've done is I've used a channel strip. And the channel strip I've used, oh, by the way, I'm using the Logic EQ just to get the low end rumble roll off, but that's it. There's nothing else being done to that. So just a bit of filtering there. I've used the Scheps Omni Channel. This is the first plugin I actually ever bought. No sponsorship. And now that I've started to really learn about mixing and different techniques, I've still obviously got such a long way to go, but now that I'm starting to understand it a little bit more, I actually made some real strategic moves. I have to be really honest, I didn't really know how to use this before. I was just sort of changing dials, moving controls, and in the past couple of weeks, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with using this channel strip. And like I say, been strategic about, okay, well, I want to do some EQing first. And the nice thing is you can move the modules. So I've got my EQ, I've got my pre, which actually usually comes first in this channel strip. And that's just adding in some saturation. I really like that. I'm kind of using that as my first compressor. Then I'm going in to a compressor, very similar settings as the other ones. And then I'm going into the de-esser, again, getting rid of some of those harsh, unwanted sounds. And that's it. There is a gate, but I've removed that. And so let's hear what this sounds like. And what I'll do is I'll toggle the modules on and off so you really hear the difference of what they're all contributing to the overall sound of the vocal take. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. If I can see my baby, I will clean your Mercedes and help you out with the ladies. Take your money and say that you are right. If I can see my baby tonight, I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. I will sign your papers and then I'll shred them later. Take your money and say that you are right. If I can see my baby, I will clean your Mercedes and help you out with the ladies. Take your money and say that you are right. If I can see my baby tonight. Which of the examples did you prefer? Did you prefer example 1, which had the parallel compression? Did you prefer example 2, which had the stacked compressors? Or did you prefer the Scheps Omni Channel and using those modules in different orders and like I say, having that saturation knob? Let me know what you think. But I think I'm all lead vocaled out today. So if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. And also I'd love you to join the channel if you want to continue learning along with me. I'm not saying I got the answers or that I'm doing anything right. I'm just trying things out. And yeah, as I say, figuring it all out. So thanks so much for watching this video today, and I'll see you guys again very soon.